Music is like one of those things you can infinitely get better at,
Agreed.
which is why I love it so much, is because I could see myself doing in 20 years, like still being like needing to get better at this. You know, it's not like there's no like end goal, which is it's about the journey. But that was like a lot of that was my 10,000 hours. You know, I would do a track and it'd be like a track I never would have had to do before. And a lot of it's even just like talking. I mean, that's like years of experience where I'm like talking to artists, figuring out how to communicate with them about what they want.
Mm-hmm.
I use every single day now, like professionally.
Absolutely.
And that's like, I mean, that's years of experience. That's not like something you can learn in a classroom or, you know, and I think that was, I noticed a lot of my classmates, you know, who are also in the production idea or something like that, like just didn't do it as much. So my advice
Mm-hmm.
really, like, because it doesn't have to be Berkeley. It doesn't have to be some music school. It's just like, just do what you want to do. Just like, you know, if you want to write songs over and over again. Because you look at these, like someone like Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran is like absolutely known in the industry for writing 10 songs a day.
Mm-hmm.
That means he has a terrible batting average. Because if he writes 1,000 songs, you know, maybe one of those is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 in 1,000, which is like theoretically bad batting average. But in music, that's like incredible, you know, and it's still the song, you know, whether it took him 1,000 songs to get there, it took him 10,000 songs to get there. There's just like, nothing beats just doing the thing over and over again.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. So you go from Berkeley, and then how did you decide to move out to California?
At Berkeley, I was producing for people all the time. And then I did this big studio internship at actually in Pennsylvania. So that was pretty random. But I worked with Grammy nominated producers Carson Slovak and Grant McFarlane. And they did like a lot of heavy metal music. So I was
Mm-hmm.
working on, which is like not a music that I'd ever listened to or been into. But at the studio, I was working with like August Burns Red and a couple of like big era, the band, a couple of like big metal bands. And that was like another experience where I really, really got better because it was such like personal training from such a
Mm-hmm.
great mentor. And that's like another piece of advice I always have is like, I mean, find your champions who are going to fight for you. Like really, it was crazy because that was like a summer internship and my production from the summer before that to the summer afterwards was like, I mean, not even comparable. So I did that. And then my sophomore year of college, I got into this class at Berkeley called Cara DiGuardi's Boot Camp. And basically, it's a songwriting producing class. So a whole bunch of people apply from the school, and 15 songwriters get in, five producers.
Wow.
Yeah, so I applied as a producer. So I got in as a producer. It's just like a very intense class where every week it's you bring in a new song. You get assigned a random group. So you have three songwriters and a producer or something like that. Forget what the exact like ratio is. But then you create a song that week, and then the next week you play it in class, and Cara DiGuardi critiques.